Hi Libra, I hope that you're all doing well. We're here with a timeless reading. When I picked up the deck, the first card that I was seeing was the Fool. We're starting off first with 10 of Cups. What that can mean having the Fool there is that there can be a bit of a new adventure that you're starting. It can be something that feels new to you or something new that you are exploring. We have 10 of Cups and we also have 6 of Swords here. What this means is that there is a moving forward now. And you can feel pretty happy. It can feel kind of like the storm is over at this point. You can be feeling tired because of that. It feels like you can know something is moving forward and then question, why don't I feel happy if I've wanted this, if I've been wanting to go in this direction? But it feels more so like being tired from what was just going on. So there's nothing wrong with you. This feels like a very normal response to what just was happening and sort of where you are energetically. Fourth card out and first major arcana, we have the Fool. We have 10 of Cups, we have 6 of Swords, we have 4 of Cups, and the Fool. Had a feeling. I see almost this part of you wanting to circle back to something, but I don't think that you need to. Almost this feeling like something is wrong, but nothing is wrong. You're just, if you go through something that takes a lot of energy out of you, whether this be mental energy or just feel exhausted or you feel tired, but then things start moving forward, there can be this feeling of, is something wrong? Am I prepared? Why am I feeling this way if I did want things to move forward? And it feels just like a natural, you've just been going through a lot. There's a whole sort of process that you just went through here in order to get to this point where you can move forward. And so it almost feels like part of your energy that kind of wants to go backwards a little bit. See how this 4 of Cups is running in the opposite, sort of scurrying away from the Fool over here. It's like you have to take the leap now. You have to go do the thing now. And this is the part of your emotional energy that wants to run it back to where you were before rather than move forward. So you can feel even like there's a part of you that's impulsively calling you to go backwards, not because you need to, but more so because you can feel like, I just went through something that took a lot out of me and now I'm being asked to fly on top of it. You just went through a process that's exhausting and now you have to fly. And so you can feel almost like, I need time to catch up. I need time to allow my energy to get back to where I need it to get to. This can be a sign that you're feeling kind of burnt out. This can be a sign that you need a break. And can you do that before having to sort of jump off over here? Because this feels like you've done all this work to get to this point where you're ready to spread your wings. But this part of you can feel almost like, why don't I feel so excited about that? Why don't I feel so connected to it? Why don't I feel so enthusiastic? You could have thought when you got here you'd feel so bright and shiny, and you can actually feel the opposite of that. You can feel kind of like soggy is the vibe that I get from this. You know, when you just get like rained on and your clothes are kind of dragging on you. It feels kind of like that to me. And so you can feel the weight of what you just went through, and you can feel like it hasn't really dried off yet. And this sort of requires you to be present, and you can feel almost like a little bit checked out is what this is kind of feeling like. Almost a little bit avoidant, actually. I think on a normal day you wouldn't be, but it feels like that you're feeling that just because of being tired. Which is normal, given what you've just been going through. So there's a part of you that may not feel incredibly adventurous right now. I get this more about a feeling. Like, I thought that I would be feeling like this. Why am I not feeling like that? Stand strong. I mean, things are going how you want them to go is what I'm seeing. This just feels like the emotional component. We have 10 of Cups, and then we have 9 of Cups here. A dream come true, being really happy about something. It feels also too like this new venture that you're starting, this thing that you're going to be exploring, you wanted this and you wanted this a lot. So that's where there can be that, if I wanted this so much, why am I feeling like that? Now that I'm stepping up to the plate, why is this the feeling? And you just need to give yourself some time to adjust here. And you can maybe need to relax a little bit. Because I feel like there's a need to recover energetically in order for you to feel like you're back in the place, because of just everything that you have recently gone through that has been depleting, that has been draining, and so it only makes sense that you would need to recharge. It's like you don't have any excitement left within you because you just went through all of that stuff. There could have been anxiety involved in it, and so now that part of you that you maybe thought would be online at this point is like, I need to plug in for a little bit and just rest here before I jump off of here. Head first, going towards what you want. I'm seeing something here where this Knight of Swords does kind of feel like your energy, but seeing Queen of Cups come after it feels like there's this part of you that may want to do something quickly, but then there's another part of you that I feel like is almost trying to catch up with that other. Like, this part of the energy that's moving quickly, this can also be somebody this can be you, and this can be somebody else that's like moving and speeding around here. And this can be the part of you that's coming through like, hey, slow down, you're going too fast. So I wonder if there's an energy around you that's moving really quickly. And then, well, both of these things can be you, one of them can be you. One energy is moving quickly, and this is sort of more the mental energy too. So you can even feel like, in my head, I'm zooming around and speeding around all over the place, but then emotionally you haven't caught up to it, because this is what's going on emotionally for you. And these are moves that are being made and sort of like jutting out around. And then it feels like this Queen of Cups is trying to like catch that, like catch up to it, or even catch it and sort of pull it back a little bit. Like, hey, you're going too fast, or hey, you're accelerating too much right now. But I'm also seeing this zooming really focused, because this is about what you want. This is about a wish fulfillment. And so this Knight of Swords is going straight to the wish fulfillment. And then this energy almost feels like a I'm trying to catch up to this, so maybe we can both go at the same speed here. You can feel like something's separating and it's not going at the same speed, and you can want to be sort of on the same page here but feel like you're not totally. I don't know why I feel like this abrupt, almost like there's a part of you that you know where you're going, and I'm seeing you be aware of that. Like you have this destination in mind. You're just sort of getting up to a place energetically where you can spread your wings and move in that direction. And while that's happening, I almost feel like another energy is like, you can feel like something else is trying to beat you to the chase here. And there can be a part of you that's like, I'm not ready yet. Like, don't press go, actually. But you can feel like something is moving really quickly. And this can be an aspect of your own energy, or it can be somebody that's sort of on this journey here with you, that you can feel like you're trying to get them to slow down. But it can also be a part of you that you're trying to get yourself to slow down here, because emotionally you can feel like you need to catch up, you need to recharge. So mentally, you can feel like there's a lot of movement all over the place, but then emotionally, you can feel like I need to recharge emotionally. And then those two energies within you that are doing sort of different things, sort of moving at different speeds here, and you can just be feeling tired about that. I almost get this part of you that emotionally you can feel left behind. But it's not because you're being abandoned, it's because you need time to recharge. So you can feel like the part of you that's having an emotional experience is lagging and not moving as fast as other parts of you, or maybe even somebody that you're connected with here. Because this can be, if this is somebody that is in proximity to you, they can be totally on board with something and you can feel like you're not totally there yet, but only because you move a little bit differently than this person. And that can be a source of anxiety for you. Because this is even feeling like I'm not ready to jump yet. I'm gonna jump. I'm right there. I have the intention to do it, but I almost feel like I'm not ready yet, or there can be questions about this, because this feels like it's ready to sort of bust out of here. Like this is fully developed, it's ready to pop out, and so you're ready to take flight. But this can be I don't know if I'm ready yet, I don't know if I'm ready yet. You can feel excited and anxious simultaneously. Moving forward, feeling like things are even calming down for you now. And then that little part of you that can feel like you need some time to recover. This can also feel too like there's some type of anxiety here that's associated with being in a bit of a new position here, and there being that emotional part to things, and then there also being a mental component to it, and again these energies sort of being on different pages here. I'm getting confirmation of that. So there can be a part of you that's emotionally in one place and even experiencing a little bit of, I don't want to say cold feet because I'm not seeing you retract anything, or I'm not seeing you go backwards. It feels just like taking a breath before you take flight there, and there being sort of anxiety surrounding that moment, as it feels like you're sort of emerging now, like you're stepping into a new element. And things are great, and things are lovely, and things are wonderful, and you're where you want to be, and simultaneously there can be a little bit of an offset within the energy. Like, things are how I want them to be now, and now we can move forward and things can calm down, and I'm still sort of catching my breath emotionally. Like, the part of me that's sensitive to things, the part of me that's impacted by things, this is just a lot right now. Almost a feeling of being a little bit overwhelmed, but just because this feeling of like not wanting to be rushed, like you want to go at your own pace, and I get like a little bit of a rushing energy here. Maybe you feel like something's being rushed and you feel a little bit like I don't want to be rushed right now, and that doesn't mean you're going to go backwards with something. It's more so like you just don't want to be rushed. I get almost a, you know, that feeling when you're trying to do something and you know that you're going to do it, but you don't want something sort of hanging over you, breathing down your neck. I get kind of that feeling with this. Like, you have every intention of doing this, you just like let you get to a place where you feel totally fully prepared. And there may be something that's not really allowing that to happen, and there can be frustration because of that. There can even be like a sadness or like a light little depression that you're feeling here because of that, or just tired. Like, the part of you that likes to do things in a certain way isn't really getting as much preference as you'd like, not allowed as much preference. And you can feel a bit disgruntled with that too, like a little bit uneasy. But coming from a place of your emotional needs and psychological preparedness. So yeah, just know that if there's a part of you that you're like, why am I not totally excited about this thing that's supposed to be totally exciting? It's just because of that. It's just because of you working with the energy right now. Nothing is wrong. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. There is unwanted pressure here. It also doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with that. It just feels like the way that you prefer the pace on this feels a little bit out of sync with where you are internally. And so you can feel uncomfortable because of that. And there can also be a piece of you that is feeling like lower energy than normal. And so you can feel less sort of able to contend here, is the feeling. And you can feel too like a lot is being asked of you as well, and that can be a part of this too. Allow yourself to rest wherever, whenever possible, because once your energy gets recharged, you're going to feel 100% and you'll be like totally on board. It's not that you're not totally on board, but you'll also feel on board. Because in some ways I'm seeing you already be on board, but it just feels like this part of you that's having your internal experience about this is, you know, feeling a little bit like, I don't want to say wishy-washy, but that uncomfortable feeling that can then make you question things when really all you need to do is recharge. And that's really all this is about. That's the whole message here with this. Things are happening. It's really happy. Things are great. They're moving forward. Stuff is being worked through, and there can be forward movement. And the reason you're not feeling totally exuberant right now and totally bursting at the seams right now is because you're not super charged right now. And so when you get to that point where you're charged, you'll have all of that energy to have like this explosive energetic movement with. But right now it's sort of like the gas tank is kind of empty a little bit, or getting closer to it. And so there's that part of you that feels like preservation, not exertion, but right here you have to exert because of the Fool being there. And so there's that little bit of an offset. So you just need to take the time that you need to take in order to reset and recharge. And then you're going to feel on board with this. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.